Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking at 10 skins that I think you should invest in for the Steam Summer Sale, because a lot of skins end up going down in price during the Steam Summer Sale because people are trying to quick sell so that they can buy games that are going on sale during the Steam Summer Sale. So with that being said, I'm going to show you 10 skins that I think are really good investment opportunities. And before we get started, I just wanted to mention that TDM Jesus is also making a video on the same subject, so if you want more skins to look into, go to his video. I don't know when it's coming out, but he did mention that he was going to make one, and that's 100 skins that he's going to be talking about. I'm only talking about 10, so if you want a really diverse portfolio to invest in and a lot more skins to invest in, go over to watch that video when it's done being made. So these are just 10 of the most major ones that I think are going to make you a lot of money if you decide to invest at the right time. And I'm also going to quickly, before I go into the top 10, make a quick guide to the Steam Summer Sale investments and what you should be looking for. So enjoy my bad deathmatch gameplay, and hopefully you enjoy this video, and hopefully this makes you money eventually. And thank you for watching. Let's get into it. So the Steam Summer Sale for 2019 has been basically leaked. Its date has been leaked. It looks like it's going to start on June 25th at 10 a.m. PT Pacific time, and it's going to last for about 2 weeks. So basically what you need to know concerning that information is that when that start date happens, or a little bit before that start date happens, a lot of skins are going to go way down in price. So your inventory is going to be losing a lot of value. And the thing is, you should honestly liquidate a lot of your skins that can be liquidated now, because you're going to end up with more money overall than you would originally, and then just buy the skins back once they go down in price a lot, or you can even buy 2 of them. Like, for example, the AK-47 Redline will probably drop from about $11 that it's currently at to around $7, maybe even all the way down to $5 if you're lucky. So you could actually just sell it and then buy it back once it goes down in price, and then you could actually buy more skins with the rest of that money. So that being said, there's a lot of ways that you can prep for the Steam Summer Sale 2019, and there's a lot of investment opportunities for it. So basically, this is a quick guide to it. Look for skins that are mentioned in these videos by me and TDM Jesus, or other investment YouTubers for CSGO, and also do some of your own research and find out what skins are dropping. Basically, wait until just before the Steam Summer Sale starts, or when it has already started, and look for big game titles that are going on sale, like huge games like Borderlands or like Call of Duty or whatever else is hosted on Steam. I don't think Call of Duty is hosted on Steam anymore, so don't look for that. I think Battlefield is, though. And there's just a lot of like big titles that would be sold on Steam, GTA, stuff like that. When those big games go on sale, that means that there's going to be a huge opportunity for you to buy skins at low prices, because people are going to be quick selling to try and obtain those skins. To try and obtain those titles for low prices. So make sure you're watching out for that, and then look for the skins that are on this list or on other lists during those big sale times. And that is basically the quick guide to it, so let's get straight to the top 10. So number 10 is the AUG Stymphalian. As you can see by the video that's currently on screen, it's kind of maintained a pretty constant price since its release, staying at about $7 to $8. So I think this skin's a really good opportunity because it's from one of the newest cases, and also it's an AUG skin, which a lot of people are using the AUG more at this time, so a lot more people are going to be looking at getting an AUG. That means that a lot of people are also going to be owning AUGs and selling them. So the volume of this AUG is pretty high. A lot of people are trading and selling it, which means that it is a really good opportunity to invest in, because a lot of people are going to own this skin, and simultaneously a lot of people are also going to be selling this skin once the Steam Summer Sale actually starts. Plus, the skin looks really cool. It has a good flavor and good lore behind it. So with that all being said, this has all the factors you could possibly need for a good investment during the Steam Summer Sale. It's definitely a skin that a lot of people are going to be selling, and definitely a skin that a lot of people own. So for that reason, I think the AUG Stymphalian is the first skin that you should look into, one of the most primary ones. So when exactly should you buy the AUG Stymphalian? My advice to you is to buy the AUG Stymphalian whenever the Steam Summer Sale first kind of starts, because I don't think that the AUG Stymphalian is really going to have a huge price drop over time, just because that's traditionally what happens with AUGs. They don't have a ton of price differentials. They tend to kind of stay pretty consistent at whatever set price they end up being at. So I think that the August Symphalion isn't going to lower over the course of the Steam Summer Sale, but rather it's going to just start already at a lower point just when the Steam Summer Sale starts, and then it's going to maintain that until the Steam Summer Sale ends and more money is put back into the economy, and Steam's skins for CS:GO go up over time. So I think that's when it's going to recover. And I wouldn't say that you have to worry about like waiting for this to go lower and lower and lower during the sale. You can kind of just get it right away at a lower price, because I don't think it'll go much lower than that. So the next skin I think that has merit during the Steam Summer Sale is the USP Cortex. Also, before we further the video, I wanted to mention that the wares of these skins don't really matter that much. Battle Scarred all the way to Factory New will probably all see generally the same amount of price differential, so you don't really have to worry about getting the right wear of the skin, though I will say that Field Tested will probably see the most price differential during Steam Summer Sale, just because there's a lot more volume of Field Tested skins than other skins. So with the USP Cortex, a lot of people are trading up for this skin since it's a good profit skin, which also means that a lot of people own this skin. And a lot of people have also failed trade-ups with this skin, so it just has really, really high volume, and it's a really good option for this Steam Summer Sale. Another important thing about the USP Cortex is that it is one of the only pink skins in the game, and that means that it has a lot of demand. It also has a very high volume. It actually, I think right now, it's somewhere around 300 of them are being traded a day in field-tested condition, which is actually really high for a skin that, came out at the time that the USP Cortex did. I also see a lot of people using this skin in-game, which means obviously that a lot of people have it, and you just gotta keep in mind that the volume of a skin, the more volume that a skin has, the more price differential that it's going to have, and the more price fluctuations that it's going to have when stuff like summer sales start, and like key fixing starts and market manipulation starts. When all that starts, a lot of skins like the USP Cortex and skins with high volume are going to have a lot of price differences. So let's get into the next skin. So the next skin is the M4A4 Desolate Space. Like I said, wear doesn't really matter, but go for field tested if possible. This skin has a absolutely huge volume, and I would honestly say it's kind of like the new version of the Dragon King. If you guys remember, the Chroma case had the M4A4 Dragon King in it, and pretty much everybody who liked kind of mid-tier skins was really going for that Dragon King. A lot of people used it. It was a really cool skin. It really looked nice. And I think the Desolate Space has kind of taken over the role of the Dragon King in the modern day of CSGO. Plus, it's a newer skin, new-ish at least, so that means that a lot more people have it, there's a lot more volume of it, a lot more are desired. So with all those factors, this is a really good one to look at for the summer sale investing. Another cool thing about the Desolate Space, something that you can look for, I guess, is that a lot of them have super, super low floats, because a lot of them are traded up, and they are traded up into a minimal wear, like people are trying to get a minimal wear Desolate Space, but what ends up happening is they'll just accidentally get a field tested one because of the float values of the skins before it, but it'll have a really, really low float as a field tested skin. The same goes for when they're trying to trade up for a factory new one and they accidentally get a minimal wear one. The float will be super, super low, like actually on the cusp of being factory new. So a lot of the Desolate Spaces are like that, where they have super, super good floats, super, super low floats in each of their respective wear categories. So you can actually get like a super low float one that is high ranked on CSGO.exchange. I think I actually have the number one, I think I have the top 10 publicly owned M4A4 Desolate Space minimal wear, because I actually did a trade up for one, and I basically did what I just said. So keep that in mind. I also, real quick, want to mention here that although I own some of the skins on this list, the reason that that I am telling you about it is because my channel is really small, so I can't really have a lot of influence over the Steam market. Unlike TDM Jesus, where he has to be careful about that, because he has a large following and he has a lot of manipulation over the market if he so chooses. Obviously, he doesn't do that, and he's a really good guy. But I do want to say that my channel is really small, so I don't really have a lot of impact on the market as a whole. And that being said, I am not going to just buy skins because I think they're going to get manipulated to a higher price and like try to profit off of that. The only reason I'm telling you about these is because they are genuinely good choices. I just happen to own the skin as well. So for all of you out there that don't have a ton of money to put into this summer sale, there is an option for you. It is the MP7 Mischief. This is the best mil-spec skin, in my opinion, that you can buy for this summer sale because of one very, very important reason, and you're about to see why, sort of. This actually trades up into the Op Atheris, field tested or whatever where you get. So I actually went ahead and did one of these trade ups just to express to you how cheap these things are. You can actually do one of these trade ups for only the cost of like $2.40 total for 10 of these skins. And you can trade up to the Op Atheris, which is like a $7 or $8 skin, so you pretty much triple your money at that point. As you can see, I actually failed the trade up in the video, but the Mischief is a good option. There's a high volume of them, and if you lose money, you can just trade them up. So yeah, even though we ripped a little bit on that trade up, I have gotten the Op Atheris many times from those trade ups. In fact, a large portion of the money that I'm going to be investing for the summer sale I actually got from doing those trade ups, because you can pretty much fail 3 of them and still break even if you get them on the 3rd try. So they are a very good option for trading up just in general because they're so cheap. But they are also a good option for investing because there's such a high volume of them that people are going to be trying to get rid of that you can buy them very low. And then obviously if they don't go very low or if they don't make you a ton of money, you can easily just trade them up into an Atheris at a later time and make a bunch of money off of that, because obviously you have to get a little bit lucky there, but if you have a high enough volume of Mischiefs, you can definitely go for the Atheris many times and hopefully get one. So that's why I think my mil-spec option is definitely going to the Mischief. So the next skin we're going to be talking about is probably the crown jewel of investments for the Steam Summer Sale. This one is the Op Atheris. This skin is so like hit or miss right now because it either makes you a ton of money or loses you a ton of money. Personally, I think it's going to be a great investment for the summer sale. I think this thing is going to lower in price so much when the summer sale starts, and you're going to be able to just buy a crap load of them. And then once the summer sale ends and these recover in price, you're going to be able to make a bunch of money off of these. Obviously, don't do it just because I'm telling you to. Make your own decision. But I do think that, in my personal opinion, I'm definitely going to be looking at these to make probably the most money I can possibly make during the summer sale. So it's a great choice as the Op Atheris. So yeah, with that being said, the Op Atheris is just a really good choice. The skin is really beautiful looking, so it has a huge demand. I think the recovery on the skin is going to be really awesome, and I also think it's going to drop a lot during the summer sale. I could honestly even see the field tested version going all the way down to like $2 even at the absolute minimum. That's a little bit ambitious, I think, but $2 I think is actually in range for how low this skin can go. I think it's going to be a great choice. Obviously time will tell, but I think that you could definitely look into the skin to be a great investment opportunity. Make sure, by the way, that you're not taking my advice as saying buy it at $7 right now and then as it goes down in price it makes you money. That's not what happens. I'm saying buy it when it goes down in price down to $2 during the summer sale, and then wait for it to recover in price and then sell it later. So I think the Atheris is a really good opportunity here. TDM Jesus' video is not out yet, but I think he's going to agree with me on that just because so many people like this skin, so many people want this skin a lot, because it's just a little bit out of range of a lot of people's budgets at the current moment, even though it looks so nice. So I think there's a lot of hype around the skin, and I think it has a really good recovery potential, which means it's also a great investment during the summer sale when everything is deflated a bunch. So that is what I think you should go into, probably the crown jewel, and let's continue with this list. So now comes what I like to call the safety investment. Basically, this is something that you can invest in and guarantee money. This one is going to be the AK-47 Redline. Traditionally, if you've been with CSGO for a long time, you know that this skin is pretty much consistently traded at its price. So right now it's being traded at a kind of a high end for it at about $10 to $11. But I think that during the summer sale, this thing is going to go down in price all the way down to like probably around $7 would be my guess. So you can definitely easily make money on this. The recovery is going to be very much so guaranteed since so many people have this skin and so many people like it. So it's a very good choice. So yeah, the Redline is definitely a really good opportunity and definitely a really safe bet for the Steam Summer Sale. Its recovery is pretty much guaranteed, honestly, I would say. And it's just a really good choice, and I think it's something that you should definitely look into. And that's something that you should definitely look to invest in and get your hands on during the summer sale. Definitely you can make a lot of money on it if you buy a bunch. Keep in mind, by definitely, that means my opinion and not a fact. So just what I think it's going to look like as someone who watches the market for a while. Don't sue me if you don't make money on this, obviously. This is just my opinion, and none of it is rooted in fact. So now for the sort of on the high-end skin, this one's the Op Asimov. This one's in Battlescarred condition, which I think is the best choice for investing in. The field tested one is good too, but that one's kind of a little bit inflated right now, so I wouldn't look at that one personally. The Battlescarred one, though, has maintained a pretty constant price, and it is also traded in very high volume still. It's one of the most desired skins and one of the most iconic skins of all of CSGO. So with that being said, it's a very good opportunity and a very good choice for investing your money during this Steam Summer Sale. And definitely look to this skin if you are looking to make money. So yeah, go look for a magic stick if you want to make some magic money. Just all jokes aside though, the Op Asimov is a good choice. It's a very stable skin. It's a very iconic skin, and it definitely has a lot of recovery potential because so many people want it. So it's definitely a good opportunity. It's a good choice, and I would not blame you for looking at it. And let's move on to the next final few skins. So the next skin is the AK-47 Frontside Misty, specifically in the field tested condition. This one has an absolutely gigantic volume traded. As you can see by the graph, just tons of them being traded every single day. It also has a very close sell price and buy order price, which means that it is a very stable skin. And it's probably not going to lower very much during the summer sale just because so many people own the skin and really like where it's at, but it's a good chance and definitely a safe one. And moving right along to the next skin, we're going into the M4A1S Nightmare. Yeah, not much to say about this one, honestly. This one has just been kind of the go-to skin for a lot of people to fill their M4A1S slot. And obviously, if they don't use the M4A4, they pretty much go straight for the M4A1S, which obviously means they're going to go for something like the Nightmare, because it holds a pretty stable value, has a high volume, and it looks really, really cool. So the recovery is definitely there, and the drop is definitely there as well, just because of how much volume the skin has. So also a very solid choice, just like the red line. Just make sure that you don't end up having nightmares about this investment opportunity, and make sure that you don't end up having nightmares when your bank account is very small and you don't take my opportunity here to invest in the Nightmare. Yeah, that was a lot of really stupid jokes, but you get the point. It's a good opportunity, good chance, stable skin, and it has definite recovery. So that's going to be my choice, and we're going to move on to the final two skins. So here we get to the final two skins. You're probably wondering why there are two skins here, even though we just finished talking with a 9th skin on the list out of 10. That's because these two are pretty much the exact same in their effect, in their investment type. The first one is the M4A4 Evil Daimyo. Just a skin that's always had a very consistent price. Definitely one that's going to drop a little bit during the summer sale to make you a little bit of money. The second skin is the M4A4 Griffin, which is also an M4A4 and also a purple M4A4 that has a similar price to the Evil Daimyo. I think these are both pretty much equal in their opportunity to make you money, and I think that they're both very good options. So I went ahead and just equally put both of them here. They kind of share the same spot as the number 10 spot on the list as just a purple M4A4. And so yeah, the Griffin and the Evil Daimyo. So with those last two skins, that is the end of the video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed my terrible gameplay and my terrible jokes. And hopefully that this video ends up making you money in the future when you start investing during the summer sale. Finally, the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a recommendation for how much money you should invest during the summer sale and into whatever skins you decide. I think you should go for anywhere from $10 to $50. I think that's a pretty good range for how much money you should invest into it, and I think with making these right opportunities, you can definitely turn that 10 into about 20 or 30, and that 50 into about 100 even. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, and leave me a comment and tell me what you think I could improve, or what you think I did right. So, with that being said, thanks again for watching, and I'm going to sign out. Nalo, heading off.